Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The governor of New York calling it the snowstorm of the century. More than 24 people dead in western New York, with search and rescue crews still looking for others. And while the worst of it is now over, the danger is not.
Also at 5 o'clock, a one-man crime spree in Manhattan and reign of violence. It comes to an end. New York cops say the killer is behind bars, but not before claiming 2 lives and leaving 2 others in the hospital.
But first tonight, breaking news. A husband distraught, his wife gunned down by a stray bullet while walking into a supermarket in Manhattan. An innocent victim of more gun violence in New York City. And good evening to you at 5 o'clock. I'm Liz Cho. Sade is off tonight.
And I'm Bill Ritter. That shooting happened this afternoon in Inwood in Upper Manhattan. 64-year-old Valeria Ortega shot in the head. Cops say the killer's taking off on a scooter.
She leaves behind a husband and 3 children. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon is live at the scene in Inwood tonight with the very latest. Sonia.
Liz, police are still gathering evidence where an innocent, longtime resident of this community was shot and killed. She was going grocery shopping, and her shopping cart is still here at the scene behind crime scene tape. Neighbors are struggling to understand and believe it. People realizing who the victim was, a resident of this community for more than 30 years, are trying to console her grieving husband. Vicente Garcia says his wife of more than 40 years was loving, generous, and kind beyond words. Speaking to Eyewitness News, he explained that 64-year-old Valeria Ortega was a doting mother of 3 and went out of her way for those she loved. She was walking to the supermarket just past vendor Luis Senflur, who ran when he heard the shots, 3 of them, and he saw her collapse on the ground.
She wasn't moving. She wasn't moving. I was in the head that she got hit.
Police say the shots were fired from across Dyckman Street, at least one landing on the sidewalk, another hitting a parked car. They are looking at video from businesses and are searching for 2 men who fled on a scooter after firing at somebody else, possibly someone in a vehicle.
An innocent person, she get killed, you know, for no reason.
And you often hear the phrase, the wrong place at the wrong time. This commercial part of Dyckman Street at 11:30 in the morning, certainly not the place or the time anyone would have expected their lives to be in danger. Live in Inwood, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Sonia, thank you. Meanwhile, a man under arrest for a violent and deadly crime as well in Manhattan. 35-year-old Roland Codringen, I should say, charged with 2 counts of murder, attempted murder, and assault. New York cops say he fatally slashed a man in the neck in the East Village. That happened on Monday. And then last Friday, another man was found stabbed and killed inside Marcus Garvey Park in Harlem. Surveillance video at that scene allowed police to make an arrest over this weekend.
It was just a great plan on a Christmas Eve when everyone else is shopping, preparing. We are still working, and thank God we put this to an end.
Cops believe Codrington is also responsible for an attack at a bar in East Harlem last Thursday. Authorities say he choked an employee with a bat and stabbed 2 others. The 2 that were stabbed were treated at the hospital.
Taking a look outside, normally